Oh, amazing pot of greed. Wow. Anyway, hi boys. We're gonna go straight to the game. I mean, I'm just gonna play games anyway. Anyway, hello. No more feet for you guys. 2 day, 3 days of feet is enough. 3 sessions of feet is enough. We shall not get a fourth. Don't be greedy and get four. You know, 4 weeks of feet in a row. Alright. What have you been doing? Anyway, yeah, gotta play 14 for a bit, then, while waiting for that eSports thing. I mean, if you guys are here just here for the feed, you guys should be somewhere else, you know? Yeah, anyway. I've saved expert roulette for you, Nora. Or rather, I've not done it yet. So, I don't know what I want to play though. What should I play? No, I just said I saved the expert roulette, so we can do the roulette now if you want. I mean, come on, man. I actually injured my feet in real life, so my foot, not my feet. That's one foot. But yeah, silly. I don't know how I injured my foot either, but it's pretty painful. It is what it is. So what is Fred? What do you mean? It's just 14, man. It's not like it's a bad thing. I don't know. It's not that bad, right? I mean, well, still waiting for GS. I'm still waiting for GFL too, honestly. Is it a good thing? I don't know. Is it a bad thing? I don't know. Can it be a good thing or a bad thing? Bad thing or a good thing? Playing games a good thing or a bad thing? Some things just don't change, doesn't it? Yeah, speak of the devil, some things just don't change. And we have, yeah, well, we have Mr. Iraq back again. Genshin is a bad thing, yes. Genshin has always been a bad thing. Nothing new. Well, I mean, most gacha games are a bad thing nowadays. I don't know what the hell is going on with Arknights. I don't know what the hell is going on with Azure Lane. Blue Archive is nah. I'm not gonna play Blue Archive. I'm not gonna play what's the other game called? No Blue Archive, no Azure Lane, no Arknights, no Genshin, no GFL at this point. So I basically just stopped all gacha games. Hmm. Yeah, well, pretty much I just play FF14 at this point. Maybe I want to go back into Factorial, but it's Factorial. Come on, man. Factorial is a pretty autistic game by itself. I don't really have the time to be that autistic. Single player games? True. I finished Halo Infinite recently by myself. So, if I would play Infinite again, I would play on a higher difficulty. I did play Infinite on normal the last time I did it because that's been a million years since I played an FPS. So maybe next time I'll play Infinite again. Oh hey, it's a tank. Ugh. Actually, has a laser. What the hell? What the hell, man? Nah, no Apex. I'm not good at FPS games. Come on. If I were to play an FPS game, nobody will watch, to be very frank with you. I'm that bad. Typhon. Yeah. Brings back memories, doesn't it? The freaking Typhon tank. What the fuck is that? My brother bought Mech 5 recently. Mech Warrior 5. So, maybe Mech Warrior 5, but like I said in the previous stream, I'm not gonna make this stream weekly. Yet. Not yet, at least. But I'm gonna switch jobs soon, so after I switch jobs, maybe I have time to do it. Probably I have time to do it. Haneko Para. I've played it once already. Let's not bring in the R18 mods here, okay? Let's not bring the games in. Honestly, right, I've been thinking of playing hack and slash games, but yeah, thinking is one thing, doing it is another thing. Maybe next time, maybe next time. Ow, my leg. Ugh. Strategy games and what? In what sense? I've been playing StarCraft for a long time. Like, StarCraft is my thing, but Age of Empires and all that, no. Not yet, at least. My brother's a huge fan, though, of grand strategy games. But I've never got into them. I don't know. I just... How do I say this? I don't get the appeal of grand strategy games, to be very frank with you guys. But if I were to play hack and slash, right, I would actually try out what are those things called? What the hell, man? That Magitech armor. Hack and slash games wise, what games are there? Revengeance is one. Revengeance is one I eventually want to replay again on a higher difficulty, but most likely I'll have to play through it 2 or 3 times to get into Revengeance again. Maybe... I want to replay Devil May Cry again, but then again, not really. Lots of things I want to replay. Not now. Aha! Revenge is not available in Steam. Well then, if it's not available in Steam, there's other methods, yeah? Yeah. Bro, that's disgusting. Anyway, lots of games I want to play again, but then again, right? Saying is one thing, doing is another thing. Because of how do I say this? Lack of time? Question mark? Lack of motivation? Question mark? Omni Crafter? Up to 80 at this point. I've not done it to 90 yet. I'm waiting for the queue, man. Like, really, if you look at the queue, I'm waiting for the queue. Oh hey. Shiny doggo. This shiny doggo. This is... Yeah. I'm not gonna say too much about this shiny doggo. It's cute though. What the heck? Wouldn't you have like 1 million mounts or something? I don't even have that many mounts. Like seriously? It's as if you have 1 million mounts. Like really? I only have 1 page of mounts and that's it. Hello, it's salmon again. Thank you for the potatoes again. I just realized something. These legs on this doggo, I mean, how this pose is made with this dog. Kind of emphasizes the thighs or something. Maybe I'm seeing things. I most likely am seeing things. Hey man, bicotes are bicotes. It's alright. I prefer bicotes over Aura, even though there's a lot of Aura players out there as well. Alright. Let's do this. Let's see what the dungeon is. Ah, it's this again. Not like this.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out. The more its people clung to life, the more they suffered.
EN client, infinite loading. Name a better duo than that. Like seriously, if you look at the eSport games and how bad the client is, I'm surprised they can even run eSports with that client. Play a better game, man. You deserve it. And not suffer with that client. It's saying you deserve better than suffering with that client.
Those who live to be infested. Those who die.
Wait, is this supposed to be stacked? I think it is. I think so, right? Whoops, sorry. That's not supposed to be stacked. Oh. Whoa.
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease.
Yeah, I was wondering whether that was stacked. Sometimes they are not stacked.
Its people sought ever greater freedoms no matter the cost. They tried to buy peace with fire and steel.
Yeah, game's too good, man. Final Fantasy is too good, that's why. If it wasn't too good, they wouldn't have to stop sales. So what can you do? I might die to this, never mind. She's good.
And when one asked,
I play almost every class actually, minus
there were none
ninja
left to answer.
and minus... Yeah, minus ninja at this point. Oh, minus Dark Knight as well. Oh, holy shit, Dark Knight, what a mess. Dark Knight's a mess, man.
Still existed a star without strife.
I don't have these scholars using the movement speed shit just for the
When none
movement.
remembered life's trials or its joys.
Whoops, I went too far ahead. My bad.
What its people had gained from ease, they lost apathy. they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts.
Ah, I forgot to do that first. Oh well. I forgot to use the damage buff first. Unfortunate.
Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful.
And I forgot to do it again.
Golden glow, they all slept happily ever after. No. Oh. Yeah, I didn't get it all. I didn't get the ages all. I messed that up. Yeah, Aegis is like almost there. Possible, it's possible to... Well, it's possible. Unless I Aegis and heal myself with whatever I could have healed. How much could I have healed anyway? 912, yeah, sure. The crit as well. Could have made a difference, yep. Definitely. Yep. You should have seen summoners trying to use physics on themselves. It was hilarious to see. It's pretty hilarious to see. Summoners trying to heal themselves and they're like, no, I can't heal myself enough, I am dead, you know? What should I do now? I still have half an hour to go.
What should I do with half an hour? Anyway, maybe I'll play healers for a bit. Which healer to play though? That's the question. I assume that's the newest raid, Nora. I assume. If that's the case, yes, I've done it already, but I've not done my weekly. Is there a weekly there? I'm pretty sure there's a weekly there, isn't it? This guy is the complete opposite of me. It's like, oh, 14 is not the good thing, or whatever. What? It's not even a raid? Then what is it? Like, I've done my normal reads for 90 already, but other than that, eh. Oh, it's a quest line. Maybe not now, maybe not now. Maybe not now, I only have half an hour, less than half an hour to go. So I'm thinking like, maybe I would do a dungeon or two. Do you have anything around 85, 86 you want to level, Nora? If not, yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm just playing 40 for the glamour game and getting the max level. After that, I'm most likely gonna stop for a while. And wait for content, you know? Content being content. That's 81, isn't it, that warrior? Oh. Oh wow. That's alright. Then I'll just kill by myself then. White mage is boring to look at. I'll play Astro. Yeah, I'll play Astro for a bit. Yes, Leotard, yes. Stupid ass pig. I don't know, that emote is just so silly. It's like, that's a pig! Yes, it's a flying pig. Of course it's a flying pig. It sounds like an engine than a pig. But you know. Eight seconds. Oh, it does a heal as well. Oh. That's nice. Something else to use in between them. Currently I'm alright with this glam. Maybe next time, if I see things I'm interested in at this time. Nah, I think it's alright. That's not Tombstone, that's a smartphone. Yeah, it's a freaking smartphone, not a freaking Tombstone. That's two different things. Oh yes, Jaegor's head. It's been a while since he came back, isn't it? Yeah, the emote command is tomb, but it's not a tombstone. It's a smartphone. You can see it. It's obvious, it's a freaking smartphone. Oh, things you do while waiting for a tank. Where the hell's tank? Why no tank? This house though? Interesting. Oh, don't worry. If there's no tank for another 2 minutes, I'll just switch to tank and I'll play another dungeon. Most likely it will pop faster. Oh no. Here's the tank. Ah yes, here's the tank. Oh boy, someone's new here. Let's see who's new here. Well, definitely not the tank.
My friends, these are children of the forgive. I could do them no good.
I forgot to give him regens. Whoops. It's been too long. Listen, I haven't played healer yet today. Cat? What cat?
Pray continue onward.
Yeah, I want a cat at that time, but I'm not 35 yet. Hello? Maybe when I reach that point, then I'll decide. Not now, though. Definitely not now. Why is Astro so busy? That I will never understand. Of course I'm not 35, what the hell? You think I'm that old? If only I'm that old, huh? If I'm that old, I wouldn't be suffering with the job nonsense.
Presence I sense. The horde draweth near. Be on your guard.
My tank friend, there's nothing in front. What are you doing? Hey Nikki. Good to see you again. I still don't, yeah, I don't understand why these two buttons and why is this one separate. We could have integrated it somewhere else. Like, my keyboard is full of this shit. But why? Why is my keyboard full? You guys shouldn't have this. Hey. Don't know why that took a while though. What are you guys with cocks? What the hell? Why the cock? Come on. Oh, there goes my hero. Like, seriously? Astros shouldn't have an excuse to let a healer die at this point. What the fuck is... It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how many tools Astro has compared to a white mage. Sages will eventually run out of resources to use. But Astro has so many resources, it's pretty ridiculous. Speaking of cocks, this is a nice long one, isn't it? Well, I pretty much memorized this fight, so I don't even have to look if I needed to. No, I can't actually do it blindfolded because I have to see red and blue. There we go, easy peasy. Anyway, let's go to the game. Alright. Now I need to get the link. Give me the link. I need the link. There it is. Moment, please. Where the hell is my this? Give me just a sec. All right. So we have around I don't know, 2 minutes to kill. So yeah, let's just kill 2 minutes and we'll see how things go. Let me just get out of FF14. Oh, you're decorating your stuff, Nora? Well, it's eSports time, so yeah. Esports time, no time to look at decorations for now. Alright, so today's match is KR versus JP, so yeah. Oh, so KR versus JP, right? They are both on 1 win each, so whoever that wins this is number 1 in the standings. Yeah. Anyway, we have another minute to kill, so what do you guys think? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who wins? KR versus JP. So have fun voting for that. Honestly, I think KR and JP both have a pretty good chance. Really. It's like JP just came out of DR and KR has been
Well, they've been training very hard for this. So, hopefully this match would be actually good. And not like like yesterday. Yesterday was pretty chaotic. Like seriously, it's quite bad considering what happened to Toshiomi with her client troubles, Ian client troubles. That option, Ian client? Yes. Next time, yeah, next time. Next time I'll do that. But yeah, whoever that wins this one would be clearly ahead with 2 wins. The other would be 1 win, 1 loss, tied with Ian. Ian is at 1 win, 1 loss. Ian is at 2 losses. So after today, right, next week would be the last set of matches. Oh, it's starting. So let me just switch over. Oh no, it's Frontline. Shit, I'm gonna get copyright claim just because of that music. Fucking burb. Burb! Why do you do this to me? You're gonna make me have a copyright claim just from that music. Bloody dingo. Bloody ding dong. Is it done yet? Nope, it's not done yet. Yeah, since he put Frontline as the music, I have to freaking mute the stream because of copyright claim. That's how it is. I mean, you can get copyright claimed even with 3 seconds or 2 seconds or, you know, whichever it is. And I already got like 2 or 3 seconds exposed, so I'm gonna get claimed either way. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get claimed anyway. Fuck it. This KR player, by the way, that's fucking strong. This KR player is gonna win. Just from that. One vote to KR just for this. Seriously, KR's gonna win. Just from this. Seriously. Well done to Korea. Yeah, KR's gonna win, watch. This fair knot is gonna carry them. Faster start talking. Come on. I'm not muted, right? Yeah. Yeah, not muted. Fuck.
Live from Sector 09, it's GFL Season 3 Esports Round 2. My name is Matt, and I welcome you all to the second round of Girls Frontline Season 3 Esports. Today I'm joined by Diggus.
Hello.
Duck.
Windows error sound.
And Brecky.
Hello.
Oh, goodness, those window error sounds are gonna haunt my memories now. Thanks.
Good, dude.
Appreciate that,
They're
Duck.
like
Now
so
we'll
dead.
move quickly into the rules.
Alright, let's just do the rule.
Gets out of the way. We're in the second round of a 4-week tournament. Each region sent 3 players to us for a round robin showcase. The final week is a bracket stage where each region sends their best player. Semi-final seeding is based off of the region's wins. All matches are played on hole number 2 with a time limit of 1 hour. Sorry, Brecky, you can't dupe your Dorothy or your parachute fairy. The operations staff has banned 3 players for the match. 3 dolls for the
And
match.
3 players.
And the players have each chosen to ban 5 of their opponent's units. There are also optional objectives for bonus points. Duck, what are those optional objectives?
We're about to find out, except we already know. So the first one is Spawn Camper. For 50k points, they are only allowed to fight 8 or less enemies on their ally turn for each turn. So they can't declog all 10 enemies, but they can fight the ones that are still alive on the enemy turn with no restrictions. And for our second objective, we have Overkill for 100,000 points, which forces the players to kill at least 5 enemies with each echelon during the entire run. They also can't use Hawks because they have to use all 5 echelons here. Yesterday, both of the players failed this objective, so hopefully they managed to not screw it up today. And also the pre-spawn enemies don't count for this, so...
So let's introduce our players. First is from KR, Antipole. Top dual randomness ranking. That's the map we're playing right now. Top 7. Top 1 mirror stage ranking. And
Number
one of
1,
the
man.
latest events in foreign servers. Top 11 point care recurrence ranking.
It's not latest,
I mean, just
Bracky.
look at his profile picture. This guy's serious.
He's Jack, dude.
Thanos
He's
chicken.
Jack.
For our second player, Diggus, would you like to introduce it?
You can do the honor.
All right. We have Nightfall from JP as his opponent with top 100 rankings in like pretty much every ranking event. With Singu 21, CT number 3, Isomer 10, SC 23, Polarized Light 11, and he's also doing DR right now on the JP server, so got a lot of practice.
Right, so here are the global bans. So same as yesterday, we have the week 2 bans are Cord, Hanyang, and Hanyang, right? And Calico. And so here are the player bans. As you can see, the player bans are quite similar with M4, G11, 416, and M870 banned. KR also
like I
banned
said
Wraith,
yesterday,
and JP banned
the
LTLX.
Perma
So
M870
JP
ban,
banned all the
the
shotguns
Perma
from
M4 ban,
for KR, and KR
the Perma
banned
G11
Wraith
ban.
from for JP. So we'll see how that would turn out.
These 3 are perma bans for a reason.
And so here are the echelons for.
That's the wrong slide.
These are
the yesterday
not
one.
the right echelons, but
That's the correct echelon for the wrong team.
I'm sure we'll see the echelons soon enough.
Right.
Do.
One sec. As our production team has some
The
I wish-
echelon.
issues.
I wish we still had the funny technical difficulties screen.
So
Alright, but let's talk about those bans.
yeah,
JP
sure.
banned both M870 and LTLX from KR, so KR
Both
pretty
are-
much can't use the armor stack comps at all.
Yeah, especially when both SG are basically top tier and basically irreplaceable when you ban both of them. Yeah, it's similar to what CN did yesterday, banning all the force shield. I mean, true, you could still use Thompson, like if you ban force shield, but like, why? Why would you even use that? So and KR banned Grape. You know, what are your thoughts on it?
I think Grape isn't as good as they might think because since it's only one para fairy and you can't really use the Grape that well on the para debuff team, Grape is pretty easily replaceable in the non-para debuff teams with other rifles. So I think the shotgun bans are definitely better.
My
Yeah, I
point
think-
of view here is because there's so many limited dolls, what you're limiting are specifically not the dolls, but the teams that are able to defeat different enemies. So that's why I think compared to SMGs, SG bans are better bans, especially because the only ones that enable armor stacking teams are M870 and LTLX. If you don't have either, it's gonna be a hard NGSG
Yeah.
team.
True.
Actually, what
Yeah.
doesn't make that much sense is
Using armor stack teams is much easier compared to
Yeah, it's
using
much
RFSMG.
for brain dead. True.
So
KR
for esports like this, where you have limited teams and limited time, armor stacking teams are much safer and also have the same power as a RF team with an SMG.
Mhm.
I think KR banning M870 but not banning LTLX is kind of strange because you can still replace her with LTLX to field at least one armor stacking echelon. But the reason that M870 was banned on both as like the stronger armor stacking shotgun is that she can use her like pseudo force shield skill to buy a lot more time like during some of the longer fights. So, for the and for also some of the enemies that ignore armor, like the Jaegers and Brutes, the force shield can still tank those. So she kind of fits like a niche where she's both a force shielder and a armor stack shotgun.
So you all agree that JP has the better bands.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
correct?
I'd say so. Yeah.
JP's bans are more impactful for sure.
So
Alright.
due to technical difficulty, we'll just straight get right into the game. So once these both players are ready, we will start the game.
I just want to mention while we are waiting, I find it weird that people are switching the M870 and LTLX bans because last week LTLX was banned more than M870. I think there's no clear difference between either.
Honestly, same. Like both shotguns are, you know, they have their strengths and their weaknesses, and so at the end they are both similar in terms of the utility.
Yeah, I don't think one shines more than the other, but both of them are definitely irreplaceable compared to other SGs.
As you can see, Antipo has already started his turn.
People has been spam clicking on a white node for like 10 minutes now. He's
At
crashed.
least 10 minutes.
He's
yeah.
crashed.
Finger calibration.
Nah, he's gonna warm up his fingers for some sick kiting later on, because he will need it without the shotgun bans. Without the use
without
of
the
any
shotguns,
shotguns.
yeah.
Yeah.
My child Nightfall is AFKing this fight.
One interesting thing to note is that Antipo is actually using G3 here. G3 has a secondary skill where she could stun enemies.
Wait,
Not sure
G3?
how much it would do, consider you have UMP9 for the flashbang, but
Yeah.
G3
in
mod.
theory you could still
Huh.
like increase the uptime drastically by manually activating
You
the
can
skill, but
you can
still.
stack the
It's
duration
running
to like 7.5
G3
seconds of stun,
Rico,
but after
which
the
is pretty
stun, there's still
interesting.
going to be a lot of enemies alive because with only G3 and Rico, it's not going to do enough damage.
Yeah, the
So I
PV is
think I
kind of bad
figured
here.
out why. I think I figured out why G3's there. First of all, we have two SG bans on KR side, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have RF teams or RFAR teams.
Yeah, like RFHG.
Because I just want to mention this because the teams weren't shown due to technical difficulties. The other 3 teams that Antipole has uses soft mod, K11, and FAL. So I think G3 is just the 4th option.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
committing to the Grenadier
Grenadier
RF strat, but some of his teams, like his like the G3 team, has 1 SMG and 2 handguns, and one of his echelons has 3 handguns and no SMG, so it's gonna be pretty rough tanking some of the Manticore fights later on.
especially when you have like a really you have a fairy that doesn't give that much buffs, such as Twin. So we'll see how that turn out for him. He might have to do some really like thick kiting here.
Look at the kind difference
Twin
between
falls
JP and
so
KR.
fast versus
Jesus
Mantis.
Christ.
Exactly.
It makes me think that maybe pure damage or pure statistic might be better, but then again, Twin Fairy is so good against turn 2 spawns.
And
You can
because
see on
we haven't. Yeah, go for it.
you can see on Antipole side that he's using Piccola, which is nice.
Nice. And with
found
all
that
the Fervor Fairies and the buffs that the SMG gave them, the flare, Piccola can actually activate her skill, immediately.
The team's actually pretty interesting though, because it can activate Piccolo's skill instantly, but it's only FP buffer, it's PX4. So
Yep.
Crit buffer.
not
Right.
something you'd see in the old time.
Oh yeah, it's back in the old days. I feel like a boomer now.
Well, you use PX4 on Knight.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, back in the day we used PX4 along with at least one other handgun.
Remember when PX4 was hailed as one of the best handgun? Oh man,
Yeah, those were the times.
those were the times, boys. So I don't know if JP has shown this team already, but they actually use So JP is actually using a construction fairy because of one of the objective spawn campers. Construction fairies gives considerable bonuses in terms of buffs when you're standing on a friendly node. So JP is thinking of exploiting that.
Yeah,
main
last
idea
week
for
with
that is construction buffing the armor stat to be able to armor stack without
Yeah.
the need for a second armor fairy.
last week with expansionist, you'd cap the top helis so that you wouldn't have to camp it anyway. But now that they're camping it instead, the construction helps a lot because the team just sits there for all 4 turns and doesn't really move.
So the name of the game for JP is probably to use all the SGMs, to use all the SG and all the MGs that are available, including like one interesting team was Urine. I think we've seen it on another JP player, Ceia, last week. Urine is
Yeah.
also used to do some crowd control, so we will also see it this week, which is pretty cool. So JP has, I think JP is the meta for JP right now is just to spam MGSG.
You
Which
can
is pretty
tell
good.
there's a huge client loading speed difference between the 2 players. Nightfall is probably playing on iPad or something and is loading really quick.
But like
Shouldn't
for some,
matter that much.
I don't know.
It's loading a lot faster than when I played a game.
Yeah, but like you have-
Exactly.
We're only 5 minutes in.
And,
Unless
who
you're gonna do
knows
a
what
second one.
happened. Who knows what happened to their, to the
The
iPads?
good thing is they're gonna get out of here in less than an hour. The bad thing is we probably won't see any Jump King today.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, at least let's hope that one of the players, ran out of batteries in their iPad so that Apple can make another angry tweet about, iPads and apples.
Apple. I just want to mention, all of
Yeah?
these fights have been pretty smooth compared to
Yesterday.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, in the
these two
first
teams-
week when there was a lot of resetting over the Dragoon fight, this time there's
Their kiting were The kiting is spot on. They retreat at the right moment.
It's really interesting that Nightfall
Wait.
captured the helis on the opposite side of the supply line.
I was about to say that. That was weird.
Because normally you capture the helis that are near the supply line, so you don't have to defend it. But he captured it on the other side. It looks like he's gonna have two teams camping around the bottom helis.
Just to make sure, the advantage of having your helis captured on the same side of the supply line is so when you kill enemies, you go in a line, right? You just rotate clockwise or counterclockwise. But if you have opposite helis, you're gonna have to dedicate some echelons for one side and the
Look at
other.
that fucking kiting!
Then again, you are doing overkill.
That's so
you have
good.
to kill, you do have to kill a lot. So.
That makes sense.
Jesus
From my
Christ, that
low
kiting.
IQ point of view, I see this strat is different from yesterday. Yesterday they failed overkill, so surely this time they'll get it right.
I won't guarantee it. After all, Caster's curse is a thing.
That was really nice from Nightfall, retreating the handgun for the Jaeger skill shot while leaving the shotgun there in front. Because the Jaegers like to target the back line a lot with their super intelligent, smart AI targeting or whatever.
This is the big brain. Yeah, so... Let's see...
Python is pretty good for the damage buff on those AR focused teams, but Python is kind of annoying to kite with because if you use her in kiting, then you lose a lot of her damage buffing potential.
I'm also surprised that Python wasn't paired with who is it? Pekla, yeah. But I think that works out for him at the end.
Also, G3 team used right now.
Yeah, the G3 team is doing really well on the early spawns.
But against armored enemies, probably not. Oh, we see the first reset probably.
Let's see if the iPad reset time diff will play a difference, because I think this should go back into the game a lot faster than what we saw yesterday.
Oh yeah,
super fine.
Oh
super
yeah, it's
smooth.
so fast.
Serious business time, man. Yesterday was
no
the joke.
issues.
No, sorry. Yesterday was
We're
the
not gonna see more
appetizer.
jumping.
Today
I
is
wonder
the
what
main
adjutant
course.
he has.
That's so serious.
Star.
Look at that.
A star.
I mean, as expected,
Yeah, I expected that. No foul play here. Nope.
So JP is actually, yeah, as I was saying, JP is committed to
What is this kiting?
SGMG meta with DP12 used.
I was.
Yeah,
Ooh, let's go.
Kiting
Yeah.
to
So the Jaegers target Jill, and that's so smart.
It's
so
kiting to
big
delay
brain.
the Jaeger's normal shots and then retreat kiting the skill shot.
All of the Jaegers retargeted to Jill.
Yeah, as you can see
that's
that these
DP12,
two
right?
teams are.
Yeah,
Here JP
Wait,
is
that
actually
is
trying.
DP12.
that's DP12.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
even.
DP12.
Because
Yeah,
M870 is still banned for him, so he's using.
What the hell is going on? That Jill
Don't even need to
retargeting
armor stack.
He does
that
have
sub
LPLX
Jaeger
on
to
his
Jill,
other armor
then
stack
retreating
as
her
well.
at the last moment,
true.
and DP12 won't eat shit. This is
So remember
wow.
last season when they are first introduced into eSports, when they are humiliated in the first round?
Yeah,
I
this
think that's
time
the revenge, yeah.
They're getting super serious.
Oh, miss grenade, miss stun grenade on that
Yeah, the
on
first rule is not
Nightfall.
to mess with
But that's
any
alright.
JP players. Because they seriously mess you up when revenge comes.
The current JP has been very amazing recently compared to yesterday. Every time I talk about yesterday, I just can't help but chuckle.
Yeah.
Same, honestly. It puts a smile on my face. It's like watching a baby, first step. They stumble around, they fall, but at the end, you can't help but laugh, honestly. At the end. So here are the echelons. Our technical team has finally.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Troll.
Right. And here's the
we
second
got.
reset
We were
for,
testing you, chat.
Nightfall. It looks like chat got debated. Oh.
We'll
we're
get
informed
those
that
echelons eventually.
Eventually.
I mean,
Or-
we're seeing them right
You
now.
can just look at them right now.
Yeah, that's true.
SL8 has been used so much. I never used SL8 back when I was
That's
trying
fine.
harding.
SL is fine. It's not spectacular, but it does the job.
Personally, I think SL8 is the coolest looking normal self-buff RF meta doll.
Yeah, especially buffs like multiple classes of like guns.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
it's also drawn by Moko, so that adds points or deducts points depending on what's your opinion.
Nightfall took a lot of crit damages there.
That was avoidable. The Jaeger one.
Yeah, but that's a retreat, so it doesn't matter that much.
Poor kiting. No. Could have avoided it.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Even if it's avoidable, like would you want to spend like a few more seconds of bullet time for
I'm
the
not sure
damage that you
Nightfall will
can
have
done?
enough AP to clear the left clog. I guess he's leaving 1 AP left over to para clear it.
You can choose not to clear the enemies above, but
Yeah, but there's like 3 enemies up there, so. While Antipol's fighting a Manticore fight with this G3
team.
UMP9 team.
Let's see how it's there, because
Well-
I expect that they would struggle a
The
bit. with
G3
the
grenade
armor.
actually does a
Considerable
good amount
damage.
of damage, yeah.
But
yeah, because you have
is it-
3
Is
Rico
it good enough?
Rico's doing very little damage. It's gonna take
Yeah.
another grenade activation, and then
Or
it should
another
be good.
bamboo from Rico. That's fine, because the flashbang is here.
The good thing
So-
about the flashbang though, compared to he reset because Rico lost a link.
Yeah, it got
That was
scratched.
a slight kiting error, moving UMP9 forward too late. But the good thing about flashbangs compared to the force shields is that the flashbangs come off cooldown faster, so you can get like 2 rotations.
I think it only works with UMP9 though, because
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you're thinking like
The other
others-
flashbangs are not good.
kind of bad.
yeah,
That's
you
true.
get to stun them, but you're not gonna have enough damage
Yeah, you ain't gonna tank it.
unless you have the not overrated grave.
Another thing we haven't mentioned yet is that they're going a lot faster than yesterday, so there's a chance that they could try for 2 runs.
I mean, I think they would definitely go for 2 runs here.
Ooh, that looks like a lot of manticores for anti-pull, so
Oh, that hiding from Nightfall is so good.
second attempt at this manticore fight here. He's kiting his handgun around to delay that top one a bit more to avoid it putting Rico in
Is
danger.
damaged.
Iframe
Yeah.
abuse.
He might, yeah, he's gonna have both iframes. Oh, this could come down to evasion RNG now. This could be another reset. Oh, UMP9 dodged?
Looks alright.
Why?
Oh,
She died.
You take that.
I mean,
I
Well,
guess
will
he'll
it-
have to repair
does
it.
this team like take more fights or no?
I think it could repair this turn, but it might cost an AP. Yeah, Rico also lost a link as well at the very end, so even though he reset, it still ended up with 4-link Rico. However, he has a very cute custom cursor.
I mean, what can you do? You can't build an MG. I mean, you could have built the DP12 team that Nightfall's using right now.
I see some Nemiums for Nightfall. Good RNG, it seems. So there was a Manticore on the right side, the bottom right.
I mean, like, you can't, like, manticores are inevitable. You will have like 1 or 2 spawns, but you know, as long as there's not too
That
much
needs
manticores, I
that
would,
need
you know,
though
not
for
consider
antipole.
setting here.
Woo.
2 mantis is always welcome.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
just
no
have to-
mantis. I mean, unless it's no manti, but then again.
Oh, just
And,
like
Look at
you
that
can-
arty fairy. It's
Yeah.
gonna.
Oh, I
like,
see
line-
3 manticores there actually for
Yeah,
Nightfall. That
yeah. That artillery
it would be
fairy
his call
doing
to
work.
either reset or keep going. I mean, at this point with this pace, I would say just keep going because
Yeah.
well,
DP
both of
told
them
me
have
to
like 1 or 2 resets only, and it hasn't taken very long at all. I think they can do 2 runs.
yeah.
Wait,
think,
so you
like,
don't need M870 and LTLX to tank?
So
there
far,
isn't really.
Too?
oh, that's actually a lot of manticores. I was totally wrong. I should have looked at more than just that. Was that 4
That's
AP
like
to clear
5.
1 clog?
Wait, is that 6 mantis? Like, oh jeez.
There's 3 on the top, 3 on the right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not good. Here's
Well,
the Piccolo
I mean,
team against
like,
Manticore.
I mean, the point
spawn.
still stands, right? You still want. Oh, never mind. He's going to.
Oh, reset.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
terminating
He's
now.
resetting. Yeah, the energy is not that good, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
think
still
this is the
time.
safer strat because if he finishes that run, there's a chance that, you know, he doesn't have time for another run.
yeah.
This
people
way
can-
he almost certainly can finish a run.
I mean, yeah, that's true. The RNG, like, 6 manti is absolute brutal. It's very
Yeah, it's
brutal,
terrible.
honestly.
That's not
So,
even it.
I
Aside
won't-
from the 6 mantis, you also have like 3 inner clogs. The one on the right, at the bottom, and also the
Okay,
one on the
so-
top left.
Okay, so Nightfall, so this time the supply line starts at the top for Nightfall, and he's still going for it. So he has a plan for both when the supply points spawn on the top and spawn on the bottom, which I
think
really like.
I think the strategy can be mirrored, like, pretty much exactly. The only difference is that there's the Dreamer spawn that he'll get this time that he would have missed. But it takes a lot of, you know, memorization to be able to have your strategy, you know, mirrored for both supply lines.
Well, you know, they're JP, they can memorize,
Yeah.
like, you know, complex strats, no problem.
I think I really like the decision to reset immediately instead of playing out that run, because while somebody might be tempted to just play out the run to just have a score, it takes some balls to reset and say that, you know, he's going for the win and nothing else. So he'd rather
Well-
lose out on time than have to take a terrible score due to the spawn.
And on a more practical standpoint, like, you still have like what, 40 minutes?
Yeah, still 40 minutes left.
Yeah, you could definitely afford another run with like this pace. If it only takes you 20 minutes to just go to like turn 3 and 4, then like you could definitely do like one more run. Like, yeah, you got this in the bag.
On Antipole's side, this Row team is really good against this particular spawn because Row can tank the swap brute stabs early on, and then Sotmod deals with the manticores before Row has to tank those.
KR should reset. Antipole should reset. He still has 4 clogs
And
with
yeah,
6 AP.
and there's also like quite a lot of manticores spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Antipole and Nightfall got the same thing, almost.
I think Nightfalls was a little bit worse, but the chances are his run this time won't be as unlucky. So if he wins because he decided to reset that, it'll definitely be a difference in, you know, overall mindset and strategy. No, you know, you can always get unlucky and have it be even worse.
Like, what can be worse than
What
like
can be
6...
worse than? Okay,
Yeah,
more than
Captain
6
Curse,
mantis, duh.
7
Seven.
mantis.
7, duh. But like, even if you get more mantis, Nightfall can possibly get like more mantis but better movement, which is
Yeah.
much better. Because he has like 4 clogs back then.
Yeah, the RNG wasn't that good on the first run for Nightfall, so resetting is a good choice for him.
Oh my gosh, I was wrong. KR's gonna declog everything. 4 AP's enough.
Antipole here has good RNG for completing the overkill objective though, with where the enemies were positioned.
So remember when I say that like the overkill forces your team to like forces the players to make sacrifices in terms of AP. So I think Antipole was trying to offset that by making a conga line of your echelon so you could just swap, you do some like genius swapping and
This fight with the same enemy comp is a lot smoother for Antipole. Instead of having his UMP9 get killed, it's like almost full health this time.
I think that was damage RNG. Was it not?
Well, last time they went in there a bit damaged, but
the enemies looked like they died faster.
Yeah.
Oh damn, one clog.
There's also the bottom clog.
I don't think it's a clog. It's just remaining.
Dreamer's not gonna spawn because clog.
Oh yeah.
I think Antipole can probably do another run though.
Yeah, it's not bad securing this run. Almost done anyways.
Yeah.
And if Nightfall fails Overkill for this run, I don't know if Antipole has the Overkill right now, but he might be ahead.
Yeah, if one of them fails Overkill, I expect that would be the difference maker for sure. So here, this is it pretty much for Antipole.
Apparently, Antipole has a 50-50 right now to get Overkill for Echelon 3. So, pray.
Yeah, if you're rooting for KR, let's pray. And speaking of rooting for the teams, I think we have set up some game prediction on the official server of the GFEN. So feel free to join.
Please check that out and
feel free to
with
join
all the
fun,
other server participants farming for points.
Yeah. It's in the official GFL.
It's really clean, Antipole. Holy shit!
If you haven't.
So, we mentioned JP's opener, so we were right that Nightfall was gonna capture the opposite two helis.
Yeah, he's got the bottom ones captured now this time.
Yeah, his strat is totally mirrorable because you camp the top left and the bottom left helis anyway, so you're gonna get Dreamer no matter what. Unless you leave a clog there.
Oh, he got the fight on Echelon 3, which means Antipole is gonna get the overkill objective. As long as our stats people are correct. Of course, we'll double check against the ball.
Of course, yes.
Funny thing about these red circles showing up for Antipole right now, that's the swap Nemium skill that actually can reduce their DPS compared to their normal shots because all it does is give them a sure hit, but it has like a charging time, which is slower than their normal shots. And their normal shots have like 250 accuracy, so they're pretty much sure hit anyways.
Honestly, I have very mixed feelings about like swap Nemium because like they're when normal Nemiums are doing the charge up, like you can see like the glow from the muzzle,
the swap
but, like,
ones just shoot you.
Yeah, you can never tell like when are they gonna shoot you. There's like no build up and like
It's just like annoying. The dragoons with the beach fairy. You just have to time it because you don't get any warning at all.
Look at the number of spawns for.
Right, 605k.
605k for Antipole, which isn't the best in-game score, but he did get both the objectives, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, according to our insider, we got both objectives for Antipole. So that's 750k?
So it's 755 something.
Yeah, we'll double check the score.
He's giving cakes, and I'm almost certain he's gonna go back in and try it again.
We have 35
Go
minutes.
boys.
He's got 5 minutes extra for his second run compared to his first. Yeah, he's going right back in.
So unlike CN and Ian yesterday, where they pace themselves, if we were to put it more generously, they just JP and KR just go for it. They spare on the this hole and just do another one if things go wrong.
We're definitely. Oh, he's resetting for
On
north
the
supply
top,
line.
yeah, north supply line. Yep.
So he definitely doesn't have both options.
I mean, it's much more traditional to
Yeah,
reset
north
until
supply
you got the
line
north
is
supply line.
north supply line is easier to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, you still got the time. You have like what 3 minutes until 30 minutes until half time, so to speak. So he has roughly like 3 minutes to reset until he got the desired RNG.
Maybe the Dreamer Clog was good because you don't have to spend that much time on it. You lose 5k points, but you get a second run faster. Wow, 3 resets.
I mean, in week 1 bars like did like what 5 resets or 6 before getting the desired like spawn.
That's
Yeah.
true. Well, but the difference is the runs for these objectives are much slower. We don't have 18-minute runs.
Yeah, because they have to fight much more enemies this time around.
Unlike Expansionist and Isolationist, where you don't have to plan each 5 kills for each echelon, so you can basically have a vague path of where each echelon goes. In
Yep.
this week's objectives, you have to plan. Oh, this echelon missed 2 kills, yeah, so I have to go here and sacrifice AP.
We're seeing a lot more like deliberate planning before going for anything on the start of each turn for these objectives.
Yeah, that's very true. So we have seen a lot of different strats for resetting. I think Nightfall did like exiting the map then terminating, while I think Antipole just pressed the combat settle instead. So I honestly think the JP way is faster, because like I don't know, you still have like the animation playing when you press combat settle. It's slightly slower. I don't think it makes that much difference, but if
It
you're
doesn't make.
resetting, like,
I don't think it makes enough of a difference, but yeah, it is definitely slower.
I mean, and it builds up if you reset like continuously. It adds up, but it doesn't do much. I'm just really.
Nightfall's almost at the end of his turn 3, so he should probably take like around 10 more minutes for his run.
Yeah, around.
So it'd be pretty iffy whether or not he would go for another one after this. I think this is gonna be it one way or another.
3 more AP. What is he planning for?
I have no.
There's no enemies left, right?
Yep.
Don't you just
I
have to
think he-
prepare for the next?
Yeah, he's
best-
just gonna like move to like the left side
Nearest
standby.
place.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the best plan you got. No enemies, turn 3, that's so good.
Yeah, and let's see if they have like a really good RNG. Oh, Antipole just retreated. What the hell?
Enemy turn?
Wait, why would you like just retreat every single team? Just close the game and
What
then
is happening?
open. Antipole is retreating like both 2 teams.
I think he's restarting that one.
But then why don't you just close the game, open the game, and then
Yeah,
he's
it would
combat
be
selling.
faster to. I mean, look, maybe he doesn't want to risk the game freezing.
Yeah, you
I
could
mean,
win.
yeah, that's true. But then again, like we would like pause the timer if you guys don't know, we would pause the timer if infinite loading screen occurs.
What
so.
if he cares for us and doesn't want us to? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
and
look,
you're so nice.
Yeah, a production team are working hard, but like, I think the anti-pro just don't want to add additional burden to him. I don't know.
The client is unpredictable.
Praise the client, may it be merciful.
Now
upon
Anti-Pole
our
has
poor
just
soul.
about 30 minutes or maybe even a little bit less, so he might have to... He's gonna have to, like, at least match the pace of his first run now. This is unfortunate for him because if he gets, like, a really unlucky turn 2, he won't have time to reset that.
But so far so good for both teams.
KR
I
is
haven't-
safe to just play safe now.
Yep.
Because he already got a run.
Yeah, he
in.
already has a score. Well, if
Well-
Nightfall beats that 600k score, then things are gonna get really interesting. Not that Anti-Pole will know that he's behind, but
Yeah.
he'll have
Honestly,
to get a
if
better
I were
score.
if I am anti-Paul, I'd just play as aggressively as possible. Because like you already have a point
Yeah.
secured, right? Just just go for it.
Yeah, but the
why
thing is,
why play safe?
The thing is, Antipole doesn't know. I mean, Antipole could be thinking, I already finished the run, so Nightfall might be at the same pace as me.
Yeah, that's why I should play aggressively to get a higher score.
Well, yeah, 27 minutes rather.
Yeah.
The fact that they don't know how the other one is doing means that they have to assume
Try
that
their best, yeah.
their opponent has the advantage, so they have to play their best each time.
Exactly.
I remember when I was playing, I didn't know that my enemy got client. Good times.
Good times. Wait, you're the one who won against Ceiren, right? Or was
Yeah,
I
Brecky
mistaken?
got a win in the very first
I
eSports
won
tournament
against my...
because
yeah,
his
my
opponent
One
had
because of
technical
Flying.
problems.
Give me...
Give me Nemium.
Give me Nemon. So true.
Well, actually, Nightfall. Is it? Am I dreaming? Like Nightfall's RNG is actually not bad in.
Yeah,
this
well,
run.
we see 3 Nemiums right now and 1 Manticore. Apparently, Nightfall only needs to get 1 kill for Echelon 2, 4, and 5, and then he'll be done with Overkill. And 2 of those teams are already in the camping positions, so
Why do,
he's pretty
why do-
much all set for Overkill now.
why do we keep getting Dreamer clogs?
No clue.
Let Dreamer spawn, come on.
Yeah, we want to see some Dreamer fights. Like we haven't seen those like for a week.
These extra heliports capped early for Nightfall means that he doesn't have to worry about spawn camper at all pretty much because he doesn't get as many enemy spawns to begin with. And now on his turn 4, he has 11 AP to kill 5 enemies, so he's got a very easy job declogging and killing everything. Of course, he'll need the, score to actually be high enough. If he makes it too easy on himself, he might not have enough point. But these spawns are pretty good, so I think this is going to be above 600k.
610, 620. You reckon?
I think even more than that probably. Unfortunately for Antipole, the reason his first score was low is because he missed out on the Dreamer spawn along with all those Manticores, because there was even a clog on the Dreamer heli when he ended his turn.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. So. I think right now Nightfall was. I think he's filling in the spreadsheet where he counts how much enemies we've killed.
Yeah.
We've seen how crazy they are when it comes to these things.
Well,
Parachute
clearly he's not going to
one.
go for another run probably, so he can take his time on this final turn.
Is Parachute Team 1?
Yeah, his
Yeah,
parachute is on
probably.
Team 1.
Yeah, that team probably finished Overkill.
Oh,
like,
that team should have like way more than 5.
I think
I
that's why
think
Night
this
thinking.
team is killing this enemy and then it's gonna swap with Echelon 4 to camp there, because Echelon 4 needs one more kill, I believe.
Yeah,
That's a pretty fortunate camping spot. Hey, actually, maybe Antipole is happy that he didn't get Dreamer on the first run, because then he didn't have to waste time on the Dreamer fight and he can get right to the second run.
It's a reset,
this
man.
team is having
That's
so
a
much
reset.
trouble. What was that?
Well, that's the para debuffed fight for Nightfall, so...
Yeah. I mean, it's parity buff, so it's as expected.
And
Yeah,
I
but
don't
they
think that team is gonna
What?
fight again. It might not.
No, it
Probably
will, but you're gonna redeploy most likely.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not gonna fight again with that HP.
Yeah.
This is the same spot for the para debuff echelon for anti-pole, but of course this is one of the earlier enemies, so it's not nearly as difficult. But the RF tanking strategy, fog.
UMP9 did not hit the yet.
That's a terrible need RNG.
Yeah, not stunning the Nemiums.
Really bad need RNG.
Probably gonna be a reset every time.
That's the only downside for stunners compared to force shield. You need to hit the stun for it to
Yeah,
actually be
It's true. The
good.
force shield is
Yeah,
much
you have to
less
clump the
kiting
enemies together. You
dependent.
need good kiting. Yeah. But these players are top rankers. They can kite, but consistency is the key here. So
But thing is, I'm a top ranker and I can't cut.
that's why you're not in the East. That's why you're casting.
That's why you have Hanyang and Grape times
Yeah.
3.
That's why you're
I can
casting.
I can only score high by using the baby easy echelons and not the cool eSports echelons. Ooh, that's unlucky. Grizzly's dead.
Yeah.
Similar
No,
to the
wait,
swap
my friend.
Jaegers, when the Nemiums lock onto a target, they'll just keep shooting at that target even if it moves to the back line. He's just gotta win. I think he only has to win that fight. I don't think he has to worry about HP, but that would he had like a little risk of losing the fight altogether if the Nemiums just killed all the backline instantly. So I don't mind that reset there, and he's got plenty of time too.
Yeah, I think he's doing like this one would be the final run, so to speak,
Yeah.
for him. So he would
Nicola
have to take
is
his
really
time.
good against these unarmored enemies here because it never misses.
Hit
What
or
is her
miss. I can
skill
always hit it.
exactly? The
What
is
the skill? The
Yeah.
skill is requires 5 buffs to activate her normal shots, but her normal shots have armor piercing, or they ignore armor and ignore evasion as well.
Wow, that sounds really overpowered.
Ha, you guys didn't have that.
I mean, yeah,
But
we
then
didn't have
again-
it back in my days.
You just use Hanyang anyways.
UMP9's got more health this time.
Come on, just
Oh, this
fucking
is the
kill
win, this is the
them.
win.
Put
This
it
He
is
easy.
should have it. I think.
Oh,
never mind.
almost.
Never mind.
Oh, that's so
how
gross.
tanky was
Because when the Aegis survives
Because,
the
like,
grenades, the
here's the
remaining
thing,
damage
right?
is like all AR normal shots, so it does like 0 damage.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? The AN94 is really bad against like armored enemies.
armored,
so.
yeah.
That was a beautiful UMP9
like-
nade for anti-pull just now.
Yep.
That
You know-
G3 comp is a lot better than I thought it was. Well, at least against these unarmored enemies.
Well, but
This-
against armored enemies, it struggles a lot.
Well, yeah, it does struggle, because the Manticore fight we saw earlier took like 3 resets.
Honestly,
you
if
can
I
only
were
pick one.
Nightfall, I won't let the Aegis touch my P22 first, because like they will activate the HP shield as soon as like it contacts with any like enemies, any of your own dolls. So
Woohoo! 2 reset screens.
Yep, we have a double reset, boys.
It should be banning UMP9 rather than Grape. Come on. UMP9 is such an enabler of other teams.
We should ban like Liu.
Yeah.
We should ban UMP9. You know.
I
We
think-
should have banned Grape.
I think UMP9 is a more important ban than Force Shielders even.
Because UMP9 is so flexible with a 50% FP buff, so any nader works, any RF also works.
And also, UMP9 can't be replaced by another flashbang, because all the other flashbang dolls are trash.
You could argue to replace her with the other SMG Force Shielders, but
Well, the
That's-
Nemiums have locked onto the DPS here for Nightfall. I think that's a big reason of why he keeps having a reset, because when K11 gets damaged like that, her grenade does much less.
I think isn't best case killing AN94 off?
Yeah, N94 doesn't do much damage anyways, while K11's
due to
grenade,
the,
unlike the other grenades in this game, K11's grenade shoots one grenade per dummy link, so when she loses dummy links, she loses like most of her damage from the grenade.
I feel like you give up AN94 here, because UMP9 50% buff with K11.
That was a spicy retargeting from Rico down there for anti-full screen.
Spicy.
Grape wouldn't have
It's
done
like
that.
the fourth reset. I mean, yeah, fourth reset from Nightfall.
Is it not more?
I think this might be past the fourth one by now.
I'm pretty sure it's the yeah.
You're gonna let P22 die again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if P22's damage buff will last all the way until that K11 grenade. I think he might want to sacrifice AN94.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I
He's
feel
gotta
like
reset that.
AN94 is the player. Also, let P22 survive and just cycle.
Yeah,
to
if you
Grape.
sacrifice AN94 and let P22 survive, he'll have two FP buffs for the grenade, and that should deal with those Aegis a lot better. Because the AN94 shots aren't going to kill the Aegis anyways.
I was gonna say something stupid like, use P22 evasion buff, and then remember you guys were saying, Nemwim accuracy.
Yeah,
Your hit.
the Nemiums have 250 accuracies. They're not dodging those anyways. Another thing is that the K11 grenades have like really RNG targeting, so it might be that he just has to keep resetting until he gets lucky with it.
You just reset forehead. Yeah.
Also with the Nemiums,
Oh, I think we have a pretty good RNG here.
with the Nemiums, you have to either retreat kite or let your dolls die, because even if you move your dolls backwards, they're still gonna shoot it anyways.
Oh yikes.
Oh, that's a great stun grenade.
That's a great nade. Oh yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Finally.
Nice.
Oh,
We got him
Let's go.
ladies and gentlemen,
Easy.
we got him.
first try.
First try, baby.
Yeah, that is true. That if you had an RF there, it would be much easier. If I were him, I would probably swap out AN94
You can't,
for.
because like the team you cannot be swapped out or else you'll be
Oh
disqualified.
my gosh, you have 8 AP
Or
left.
was I
No,
mistaken?
that's a different objective. You can swap dolls for this objective, and I would have swapped AN94 out for an RF here.
That's true. If I were, yeah. Whoa, what? the hell?
Honestly, yeah, you could replace AN94 here.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not doing a parity buff, then that's fine.
Then again, you have 15 minutes and you're not gonna be able to do a second run, so.
And
but
then
still.
again,
I've got a fun stat from AWS Antipole Web Services here. Apparently, Antipole has Jill on Force Manuals, so he's just not using the skill. He's just using her for the tiles so that he can kite her. Because if he uses her skill, then she won't be able to move.
There's still like there are ways to make Jill like your echelon move when Jill was doing her skill, but it takes a bit of practice and
Using
it's more of a
Chelsea.
frame. It's a frame perfect trick, so you know it's not recommended to do it on
It's
here.
not practical.
Yeah, it's very not practical here.
Where's that para? Oh, declog. I see.
This normal Nemium fight should be a lot easier, because you can kite these Nemiums back and forth. But they also spawn a bit closer. Oh, that's
it
a
doesn't
big
matter.
grenade. Yeah.
It's not a para debuff, so you know.
That's much better. This is
Nightfall
parody.
can do whatever he wants.
It is parody.
Wait,
It
it
just
is?
parried down there.
If
Yeah.
you para,
Oh, okay.
then declog to
I was
spawn
spaced out for a
Dreamer.
second. I'm sorry.
But he has both FP buffers live for the second grenade, so it wipes that up.
Antipole still has 13 minutes to do the rest of the run. Nightfall will be finished soon.
Yeah.
Well, Antipole already finished once, but
And Nightfall actually finished declogging the Dreamer spawn, so we will see. I think we'll see the Dreamer fight here. And let's
What?
hope it went as well as yesterday.
I was so confused. He's gonna walk and then para to the right. I was like, why is he walking all the way there? And then he redeployed to parachute again. So he's gonna get all 5. Yeah, he's gonna get all
Right,
5.
so oh my
Spam.
god, Antipo is having like bad luck because that was I see a lot of mentors.
He's increased the give me Nemium message.
Wait, that's not from our production team, huh?
Yeah, let me clarify that that is on his own stream. That's not on our side.
I always thought it was from like our guy, but
No, that's Antipole himself.
So you can see some frustration from you know, one of like our competitor. It's hilarious.
He
I
should have
mean, what
asked.
can you do when you get unlucky, go really fast, get another run, and get unlucky again? It's just...
Yeah,
It's
not
no
everyone
fault of
can
his
be
own,
scary.
You can still get all Nemwim final spawn. Come on.
Yeah, he could get lucky at the very end, but you know, it's
Who knows? Yeah.
not nearly as likely.
But then again, you know, the whining strat will always works. You whine and you get what you want.
See, this parody buff UMP9 Nemwim fight went much faster on Nightfall and
So I think this is a Dreamer Fright, right? From Nightfall. Is
Yeah.
it?
yeah.
Right, so you can see some Dreamer action. Let's hope it. Let's hope it. It was. Let's hope they actually win this. Unlike
This
yesterday.
looks. Yeah,
He's-
no, this looks super safe. This
Yeah,
a
he's
win.
got like all his HP. That's fine.
I can't imagine.
Oh, okay, grape skill shot saved
Let's
it
go.
for Antipole.
And this is why you don't. This is why you ban Grave.
Grave is still overrated. Fight me.
Grave clutch.
Oh, he's just letting the RF eat the laser.
Honestly, I would sacrifice my RF.
Yeah, I mean the RF
Okay.
can't dodge it fast enough anyway. I would have just retreated it.
True.
So fun
He'll
fact, the
win
Dreamer's
either way.
the Dreamer's laser actually shoots slightly higher than the Doll's was is standing, so it's actually more beneficial to kite downwards than upwards.
Can we get a poll in chat of whether the chat has already gotten Dreamer from the SF capture or not? I want to see.
Are you
I
winning?
got there with the 30 rolls and first try.
Yeah, so you can see that Nightfall actually retreated SL8 because it's hindering the movement. Oh, good laser RNG here. Not that it really matters as
Yeah, it is dead now. That's like
There we
all
go.
manticores for Antipole. That's so
It's
unlucky.
just sad. Yeah. Right.
Plus,
so,
there's a lot of like
Or
annoying
inner-
clogs. There's also
This
a clog on the Dreamer heli as well, which
Oh,
is really
not
sad.
again.
Get reset.
Reset. Oh, we only have 10 minutes. Oh
It's
god.
a terrible run.
Yeah.
Bro, how do you clear those 4 clogs?
I have no idea. I mean, you could
You
be like,
sacrifice.
you could sacrifice some AP, but then again.
Honestly, I think this Piccola Grape comp is a bit overkill for non-para debuff. It just does so much damage.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you would get grape for parachute, right? Because
I
Yeah,
think
but like
parachute.
they're not using parachute for grape. That's the problem.
I think
right?
with the parachute comp, like on the normal runs, you need to have 2 FP buffers for Grape to actually one-shot Manticore under parry debuff. So
Right. So the
let's see
score
what
is
606
665.
665 110.
110.
much higher score. I think we have both objectives.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We are confirming.
Yeah, we are going to get.
According to our stats
confirmation.
team, Nightfall did complete both objectives, so
Okay.
he's 60k ahead of Antipol's first run, and Antipol's second run right now is
It's not as
not
good.
going that well.
Guys,
So,
both players have both objectives. They're so good. Unlike
Yeah, thank God they both completed the objectives. Sheesh.
no scuff fights. Well, aside from that K11 nade RNG with UMP9, but that was a fun watch.
That was yeah, that was actually a pretty good run. A solid run, not a god tier run, but you know, good RNG. From
Not a
King.
god tier one. What's it?
Yeah, not god tier one.
Got 660k.
65k is honestly like a.
Pretty good.
It's
It's
like
pretty
an
good, yeah.
average to above average, like real run as well. It's honestly an above average run for one para.
You
So
get like
Yeah.
680k. Yeah, Nightfall had to do objectives and got like a very high goal 2 score. So I'd say this is a good run.
Yeah, solid run, I'd say.
Yeah.
All things considered.
let's see if we can get Nightfall to roll some of the gacha on the eSports account now that he's done with his run.
Yeah,
What
I think
about
we've given him quite a bit of like tokens.
Because
so
in that case, we can watch both streams rolling gacha. One of them rolling the Nemium gacha, and one of them rolling the costume gacha. Honestly, I'm not sure which one has better rates now. Maybe the costume gacha is better.
probably
The
yeah.
whole 2 RNG is just too tough.
So,
I just want
it's
to
like
yeah,
6
Antipol's he's gonna have 2 clogs. No way to clear them. I mean, you could probably clear them, but you're not gonna be able to camp. I think the clogs are just too much.
Yeah, it's brutal. Like at the end, like these are top rankers, and what separates the winner from the loser is basically RNG, and like the miss.
Especially
big
in a
buffers.
in a match like today's where both players seem to do everything right, unlike yesterday, it really comes down to RNG at the end.
I mean,
Exactly.
they both
Well,
still have different movements, and especially
Well,
openers.
well, to be
like,
fair,
JP
yesterday. To be fair,
Uh-huh.
yesterday was not good on RNG. It's just that both players did everything wrong.
This time,
Uh-oh.
both players did everything right, and it comes down to spawn.
No,
Whoever put that
just
stormy
wanna
cloud effect on Python on Antipol's run predicted the unlucky spawns. Or maybe it was a bad omen. Maybe
Yeah, I mean like bottom supply line is a bad omen.
maybe he should have put a different effect on Python.
Yeah, probably.
The players yesterday should have put the tank cardboard thing on all their dolls because they're
I mean,
really
that's
tanking.
true. Ah.
Yeah, I just want to clarify, both players did have different openers on turn 1 and turn 2. So it is possible that there's some hidden,
Strats.
not hidden strats, but RNG seeds where, the clogs happen when this is satisfied, and the clogs don't happen when this is satisfied.
And again, there's no difference between RNG seeds and black magic. So you could basically say that, JP was doing baby sacrifices to get like god tier RNG, and that point is still valid. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
think
this one still different movements and still different strategies, with KR having the same heli on the same side of the line.
Oh, holy shit, we're actually finishing on time here.
Let's see. We're getting.
Good spawns.
That's a Manticore plus.
2
When the
Neniums, I
Neptune
think.
does not come.
He's not
When
catching a lot of these.
Yeah, when the Mantis came marching in. Oof. Yeah, so I think
Yeah,
this
that kinda
I think you
game-
missed a spawn here.
Yeah.
Does
I
he
think
have
this is
bullet
GG.
time?
Yes, probably.
Sounds like he didn't. Or am I blind?
Our people
Or
are
he-
telling us that Antipole did complete Overkill
He
again.
doesn't have bullet time. Does
He doesn't have it. Yeah, he doesn't
He-
have bullet time to save like extra time, basically.
He's so good.
Kites fast.
Yeah, just kite faster.
Imagine using bullet time.
I mean, yeah, Korean players are built different, so same with
The
JP.
Korean StarCraft micro skills.
Yeah, 60 clicks per second. Let's go.
Look at this. Why are you using grape with mortar fairy? That's
Yeah.
super overkill.
I mean,
I mean, that is
yeah.
the name of the objective.
Okay, that's fair, but still.
Yeah, the Manticore didn't even stand a chance.
The Manticore just got wrecked. So, what's the final point?
Yeah, I think you
Oh.
can already.
Supply line broken, but I don't think.
It
I don't
doesn't
think
matter
that
because
costs
it's the
matter.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's bad.
even
Yeah.
lower than the first time. That's really unfortunate.
GG, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
game.
And you know, both teams did everything right, and at the end, it's more RNG than anything. So, you know, at the end, you know, both players, you know, won. Well, at the end, JP won, but you know, at the end, I think RNG just won, helped
Yeah.
him a lot. So,
RNG won.
yeah. So the client didn't win today, but the RNG
Well
did.
done to both players.
We
Well
We got some
done.
good fights,
GG.
good strats, and good kiting. No bullet time.
That was refreshing. To see that the players really turned up today and got serious and
Unlike yesterday.
yeah. Also,
Yeah.
it seems that one of our analysts has drunken himself into a coma and left the screen. You can even see the
Yeah, I think he's collapsed.
drinks there.
Yeah, but you can still see the shadows of Jill.
Classic.
So
Jill.
here's the echelon. Finally, our production guy has put it
We
together.
got it, yay!
Hell yeah! So you can see that in echelon 3, JP they actually uses a construction fairy as we mentioned, and we have mentioned a lot of times. Echelon 5 from Antipole is also a point of note. I think echelon like the G3 team actually turned out better than I expected.
Yeah,
Like
I
yeah.
didn't see the G3 team reset that much, so it was
Yeah.
a lot better.
I think UMP9's the hard carry there.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean,
now
I agree.
I'm convinced that the Echelon 4 the Antipole used was not as bad as I thought, because I thought that with 3 handguns it would be bad because it would have no good tank other than Taunt Fairy, but after I saw Nightfall have to reset that fight so many times with his AN94 K11 team, the 3 handgun like FP buffs is probably a good choice actually.
So next week. So what would happen next week? Let's
Well,
see here.
we got a different set of objectives next week, but
Mhm.
same times.
I
Yep,
wonder
same time.
what the other 2 objectives will be.
Surely not the
wonder-
remaining objectives in the list.
Surely
Probably
not the
not.
remaining
Yeah.
2.
How dare
That'd
us?
be crazy.
Let's talk about the region standings as they are now after the second round has been completed. So now JP has 2 wins and 0 losses. KR has 1 win and 1
win,
loss.
1 loss.
Same as EN, 1 win and 1 loss. And surprisingly, CN has 0 wins and 2 losses.
Do you think
So-
they're actually tanking?
They're tanking.
Like,
No.
like I
They're
have
going
been
to
like I have been suspecting this for like 2 weeks now.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were more preparing for possible like bracket stage objective rule sets
Yeah.
for their preparation. So they could be hiding some of their strategies or simply not worrying about the group stage results as much.
Yeah, because like you have little to like loss in the group stage since you're going into the semifinals and the finals. Semifinals anyway. So.
Or
You know.
perhaps they're simply focusing on the more important battle of fixed point
point.
rankings.
I mean, like
they're
these
trolling.
players already. No, I mean these
They're
players are
hiding
already
the
like
strats.
getting like high top score in 6-point rankings. So I don't know. At
What's
the point,
happening
like
is Sejun is gonna pile up their accounts and then they're gonna hide the strat and then week 4, bam, CN win twice and then boom, winner.
Could we put up the standings on the screen?
yes, everyone know that Sijun was the puppet master behind the CN team. So
This is true.
So our remaining players are Yellowfin, the returning EN player who won a match against CN last time, I believe. We got Hana from CN, who's also a returning esports player. We have we've got newcomers for JP and KR making their esports debuts, so that's gonna be interesting.
so I think we should look forward to the next week if that's the case.
We will be posting next week's matchups shortly on Twitter. So be sure to come back at the same time next week on Saturday and Sunday.
And with that, shall we wrap it up then?
Well, let's first take a closer look at Antipol's possible future profile picture, or at least what he probably wants to do to the RNG.
Yeah. Antipol got like absolutely burned by the RNG.
Yeah.
You could say. So very unlucky, honestly.
I really wanted to see the Thanos chicken, prevail, but I think it might have turned into a roasted chicken instead.
The sad reality.
Yeah, press F in chat to pay respects, boys.
Alright, thank you everyone for watching, of course, and make sure to come back next
see you
week.
next week. Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Did it just end it like that? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, that's unfortunate. But it's okay. I have it right here. Since they ended it early, I have this right here. Well. Yes. Unfortunate. Unfortunate for Antipol. The RNG really fucked them. Really fucked them. Like, seriously, RNG really fucked them. Like, okay, let's talk teams, right? Let's talk teams. On both sides, we do have quite similar teams, actually. KR running both the running Pecola, while Nightfall running both Pecola and that MG girl that I don't. No, he didn't run Pecola. He ran the other one, the MG. This Echelon 1, right, is pretty questionable with para debuff. I would not have run this as para debuff. I would have run something like Echelon 4 as para debuff. Because Echelon 4 at least can kind of do something, maybe? Or maybe Echelon 5 as para debuff. But Echelon 1 as para debuff did It's pretty tough, honestly. Well, it happens. Meanwhile on KR, right, we do have 5 very solid teams. This G3 Rico team really surprised me. He even put Jill on manual and didn't even activate her skill at all. She's just there for the buffs and shaking her butt. That's about it. This Echelon 4 is also quite surprising. It's a glass cannon AR94K11. I didn't expect it to survive that many fights, but it did with Thorn Fairy. So pretty nice, pretty well constructed team. Echelon 3, pretty standard. Echelon 2, pretty standard. Echelon 1, this is a pretty good parody of Echelon with SL8 R93, buffed by Webley. But yeah, but for the match, right, we do have both players going all out, really. If you want to talk about highlights, right, the highlight would be Nightfall actually resetting halfway in. Like yeah, he resetted 18 minutes in just because of bad spawn RNG, which I think maybe Antipole could have done for 2 of his runs because of how terrible his spawn RNG was. I mean, if you looked at this, right, there's so many Manticores, I would have reset this, perhaps. But then again, right, even if he got a 3rd run in, what if the 3rd run has bad RNG? That's another question, isn't it? Yeah, both players did really well, but I think Antipole didn't get what was it again? The Dreamer fight. It was because of a clog. Let me see if I can get it on screen. Yeah, this one right here. It's clogged and can't spawn Dreamer. I think he got that both rounds as well, which is pretty unfortunate.
Might be tempted to just
Then yeah, Nightfall doing that 2nd run and going all the way. This construction fairy strategy is pretty interesting, and putting LTLX here. Maybe you could have changed this for someone else instead of putting LTLX here. But this team was pretty good with camping, so we'll give him that. But if you want to talk about the next highlight that I have, is actually this part. Nightfall struggling with this team. Power debuffed against this. This is basically RNG madness if you want to do a power debuff on double AR against swap Nemdems of all things, you know? You're just basically playing with RNG at this point. I wouldn't have used this team as a para team just because of how these 2 ARs perform against heavy armor. It's not good. Imagine having a rifle team here instead. It would have been so much easier. But then again, right, it has Grape banned, so Grape would have swept this. That's why. Which brings me to the next point. I was wondering, right, why didn't KR put Grape in a para debuff team instead? Grape in a para debuff team would be so useful rather than R93 SL8. But I think it eventually played out alright, but this Grape could have been here instead. Maybe replacing SL8 or R93, most likely SL8. I would have swapped these 2 around. So Grape can do what she does best, which is nuking shit. Even with para debuff. So yeah, something for them to take note of maybe for their next match. But I don't know what's the objectives for the next match, so that's not a thing. Yeah, all in all, pretty good game. This is really serious. If you notice the tone of the game, it's a very serious match. Both players did put their all in it into this, so good job to both players. Unfortunately, we only can have one player to win, so yeah.
good job to both players. Now we have a tie of 1 win, 1 loss between EN and KR with 2 wins for JP, which is pretty surprising, to be very honest with you, because the last time eSports was played out, right, JP was not this strong. Now that they just finished their DR, so they are the strongest one. EN and JP are running DR right now, so I would put JP as clear favorites at this point, with KR close behind, just because of how good KR is. Maybe CN has something in some surprises installed for us, in store for us. In the bracket matches on week 4, which is 2 weeks from now. Because tomorrow, right? Not tomorrow, excuse me. Next week would be the last placement match. The last placement matches for the bracket stage. Yeah, so we would have, if I'm not wrong, JP versus CN, EN versus KR. If I'm not wrong. So after this bracket stage, whoever which has more, they would choose one player. Yeah, I was right. JPEN, KRCN. So after this stage, they will pick one player from each region, or rather the region will pick one player from their region to represent, and they will go into a round of four bracket stage. Yes, so it will be single elimination for 4 players only for the last week. So yeah, should be interesting. So I would assume it will be 2 matches for the. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should ask the people how they're gonna do the final week instead of speculating here. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week, perhaps. Alright. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.